Hi everyone, welcome back to Beach Angel Tarot. I am here to do my goddess reading for my YouTube channel, the public reading for everyone as a collective. So if you're watching this in this moment, that is you. I do not have a large audience, which for me, that even narrows down the collective. So you get an even more individualized reading in that way because there's not a vast, larger audience that we're pulling from the energy from. So that being said, I will put a link to this reading below in case you want your own personal private reading. You can definitely be taken to my Etsy shop where this reading and many others are listed. I want to start doing my Goddess Yamayai Womb of Creation reading each month. So I will be posting it for March coming up soon. So let's just dive in and see what Goddess energy is around us at this time. I got the wrong deck. What Goddess energy is around us at this time as a collective. Focusing on everyone that is drawn to this reading with a collective energy, what goddess is around us. And this one's really talking to me. Oh, I love it. Mother Mary. So very soft, nurturing energy. Expect a miracle. So miraculous energies around us. Having faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. So this is miraculous energy, miracle energy. And, you know, the saying with, I have not, of course, read or studied all of A Course in Miracles, but I do know that their saying around miracles is a miracle is a shift in perspective. So when you shift internally to how you want to see something, you kind of create what, you know, appears to be a miracle. The miracle comes through that and changed internal perspective, and it helps you see it, helps you see the change out here, kind of helps be reflected back to you in that way. So there is this very miraculous shift in perspective, changing the way you see something. This could be, usually comes from how you change the way you see yourself, your self-concept, your internal beliefs about yourself and others, and shifting that internally, it will bring about that shift in miraculous kind of change in situation. So Mother Mary is around us and very nurturing guidance and loving energy. So why is she with us at this time? Let's use the chakra. And so Mother Mary too, I just want to add, this can be for those that are, you know, expecting, that are a mother. So if you're looking to have a child, this is an energy that is helping you in that aspect as well. And this is also for those that have children, helping you with that role that you are as a mother to your children. So take that as it resonates for everyone on an individual, you know, basis, if you will. So why is she with us as a collective energy? And two came out, so we're going to definitely take them because I feel like droppers are important. Confidence, self-love, self-worth, pride. So this can be a bit of the shift when you are confident in yourself, when you have self-love and self-worth. That can also help bring a shift. But this is a very strong core source energy within yourself, very empowering. And we have seeing. It is so funny because I just said that. Perspective, truth, knowledge, clarity. So it's a shift in perspective, and we just had talked about that. That's what brings about the miracle, to be reflected back to you. You have to, you know, it's like my belief is source can't give you something that you're not giving to yourself. So if you're wanting something out there but you're lacking it within yourself, it's going to have to be a hard time getting it reflected back to you, because you have to become it to see it, to be it. You know what I mean? Like, you already have to be embodying that energy now, and you don't need any 3D outside source to do that. You can do it for yourself internally, and once it becomes strong within yourself and your perception of you're seeing yourself in that strength within, then it may be reflected back to you. But if you're seeing yourself as weak and in lack and in a disadvantage or a victim, you will only continue to perpetuate situations that reflect that back to you. You can only see the strength that you already see within yourself reflected back. And that is the miracle. So it's becoming stronger in that self-image. It's the shift in that perspective. But ultimately, that is the truth of who you are. You are a source. So those seeing yourself as in energies of lack and vulnerability or victimhood is, you know, not the truth of who you are as source. And they don't feel good because you're separating yourself further and further from who you are as source. And that's why those energies feel bad, and that's why you feel bad when you're in them and you're thinking about them and you're seeing yourself in that way, because your soul, in your own innate internal self knows you are perceiving and separating yourself further and further and further from who you truly are. So I feel like this help is helping, this Mother Mary miraculous energy is helping build that internal stance of who you are inside to help you see it be reflected to you on the outside. We have 37. I'm really drawn to, and this is 2 and 1, and 21 is 3. 21 is the world card in tarot, so it brings everything kind of full circle and it closes out a cycle. So I feel like this self-empowerment type of energy that you're coming into, and being guided to through your higher self, your soul self, to do that at this time is closing out a chapter in your life where you are going to be putting like a version of yourself behind that was feeling less than in some way, shape, or form in some area of your life. Okay, because usually it's one subject for each person. Like we have a weakness in a certain area. Some it's finances, some it's love, some it's health. Some people are, have them in many different areas, but usually you excel in one of these subject areas in life and you feel totally like a different person in another area. So you can be very, you could be like an entrepreneur and be very successful business-wise, but see yourself as lacking in love. And so you will continually perpetuate, relationships and situations reflected back to you where you are not powerful in love, but you will continue to succeed in business. And that's why, because it's how you are seeing yourself internally. I don't know where I was going with that. Okay, 3. So 3 is March. I feel like between March and July, you're going to see this grow within yourself. And as you do, as this energy and your confidence within yourself and your self-worth strengthen, and you give that to yourself internally, you see and feel yourself in that way, you're going to start seeing it reflected. So I feel like a growth of that over like 3 to 7, March to July. So that is why she's with us ultimately. But just know too that for those that are dealing, with motherhood in any way, shape, or form, she is there helping and guiding you to become stronger in that role too. So you can see what it is you want in regards to parenting skills or having a child. So why are they with me? Why is Mother Mary with me? Well, we've seen a bit of that already with these. So I think that's what I pulled. Okay, I use those to pull this. So the next one, what can I do to work with her, become closer, accomplish what I need with her energies? So I'm going to use this deck and see what happens, what comes out. And then I'm going to maybe pull from another one. Let's see. What can we do to work with Mother Mary to become closer and accomplish what you need with this energy? Deception, untruthful, deceiving self or others, not accepting or looking at reality. So I feel like this one said truth, clarity, knowledge. Again, it feels like it's tying into because oftentimes cards will play off of each other as we move forward. So I feel like seeing this is untruthful. So it's to be able to, what to do to help is to see the truth of who you are. And I kind of explained a bit of that because we are source. Source is, is working through us. And so the more we feel we don't have something and our mind starts to perceive a gap, we become internally vulnerable. We feel an internal lack. All these feelings are negative in nature, and then they can make us feel bad. And that's the worse you feel in these energies is because in truth, your mind is separating you further and further from the source of the truth of who you are. So it's to recognize that, to see that untruth within yourself and awaken to it, and to kind of start to slowly change your thought patterns. When these thoughts come up and make you start seeing yourself in this way, kind of just say thanks for sharing, do a little internal dialogue, redirect your thought a little bit, as much as you possibly can. And you want to start a new way of thinking about yourself and that internal way of understanding the truth of who you are and that confidence. So it's to really look at the deception you're doing to yourself in regards to saying that you're lacking, saying that you're vulnerable, saying that you're a victim, and feeling like you've been maybe isolated or rejected, or you can't catch a break, or all these things are simply not the truth. They're just a perception of how you're perceiving what's happening around you, but it is not the ultimate truth of who you are. So the more you can come into that knowing and understanding on a conscious level, is the more you can help her help you. So, sort of like a reiteration of what we saw here. So it's not so much like saying you're seeing deception in others, you're pinpointing it within yourself. And the lie is that you are all those negative things, and that is just simply not the truth. So focusing on that, focusing on empowering yourself through that, through those energies. What I need to know from her at this time. What do I need to know from her at this time? I feel like unicorn. I always connect unicorn energy to my own mother's energy, so I want to, and it's very magical, and so I want to use this. What does she want us to know at this time? And it could be about this, or it could be about something else, but I love it. Passion. So we have do what excites you, get fired up about your life, increase your energy levels. And as you can see just by the visual, he's wearing an orange shirt, but this is very lackluster, right? This is very, and when you get into this energy about yourself, it's very draining. You're not engaged in a passionate, unless you get mad or something, and that can be a catalyst for change. Anger can actually fuel and motivate a change to come about. But there's an energy here is what she wants us to know is to, re-engage with the life force energy, re-engage. And the more you go into this and seeing yourself in the correct way, the truth of who you are, life will start to, become brighter. You'll become more engaged. There'll be more life force energy within yourself. And it's just kind of funny how it's just showing like this is lackluster and this energy here is fiery. Also fire sign time frames, which is Aries. And I think that's March energy. And the next one is Leo. So again, a pinpointing of time frames like Aries to Leo. I feel like there's going to be an amplification of life force energy coming about you as that realization awakens within you of the, again, the truth of who you are, seeing yourself in a more empowering way, more confident way, more strong way. And then as you do that, you're going to naturally bring about more life force energy. At the end of this, you may be very passionate about something or be involved in a cause or something like that as well. But again, this is repeating that time frame energy. So I want to pull, let's do a couple charms just from just like symbols and some cute little nods from Mother Mary as we move forward. Also, I wanted to say yellow and purple could be, colors that you start to see or they stand out to you as this energy, becomes more empowering within yourself and change is about to happen or something for you, a breakthrough, if you will, or in how you're seeing something. But birds on a wire, social media, so communication, conversation, social group, socializing is important. Literally seeing birds on a wire from her because I'm just looking for just cute little signs and symbols. And we have high heels, seduction. So there's a bit of, again, that can go back with that passionate energy. And then I'm going to pull one more. And that is very feminine energy. And then we have cologne, chemistry. So there is a highly charged kind of feeling with that, like a like an electrical wire. Like I was gonna say bird on a wire, but that wasn't. It was like the charge in an electrical wire. I kind of feel, and it does feel like, but when I say chemistry, it feels like lightning, a kind of feeling, a light bulb, like a, like a wire. It's kind of giving me that, like how you, I don't know. It's like I can't think of the word once to come, but that is her message. I'm just going to leave it at that because I'm at a loss for words. So yeah, if you like your own personal private reading, you can click the link below and be taken to my Etsy shop. Angel blessings and oceans of love.